What's your 4 top tips?
4 top tips for becoming a writer or an artist or a comic book creator, something like that. Tip number 1 is that if you spend a little bit of time every single day doing something you love, you will eventually become excellent at it, world class at it. And writing and art is nothing else that compares quite like writing and art for that. If you spend an hour, just 1 hour, every day doing a bit of creative writing or drawing a picture, within a few years your level of art and your writing will have jumped way past anybody else. And as you do it, you'll suddenly want to do 2 hours a day and 3 hours a day, and you'll build more in. But that little bit of time every single day, it will eventually build to excellence. Guaranteed. You can become a concert pianist in 5 years, world class, simply by doing that. So if it can work for pianists, it can definitely work for typing. That's me typing, by the way.
I can't type very fast.
No, that's okay. But that gets faster. That gets very faster. Start off, it's like exactly to start like that, and then it's like
that's what you do.
it's exactly. But you'll become a touch typist. Always has. Anyway, that's top tip number 1.
Okay, my top tip is always pick something you really care about. It doesn't matter if people say to you, "Oh, you can't make any money out of that. You can't get a career out of that." If you start off making something you really care about, people will buy into that passion. And that's what we did. We made comics that were nothing like anything else that was out on the shelves, and people buy them, and we get to live from making them. So don't try to do something that's just fashionable that everybody else is doing. Look at
vampires.
Think about what you really care about. Use that to inspire your work, and people will buy into that passion.
Very good. Tip number 3 is get things finished. The hardest thing in life, especially with art and writing, is thinking that you can keep perfecting the thing that you're drawing or writing because you change the words in the sentence, or I'll just rub that bit out and draw again. Don't worry about that. Get the thing finished, move on to the next one. It's the act of finishing that helped you get better over time, because you can look at the pile of things and I made all that, and some of it you might think that's rubbish, but you finished it, you got it done. And with comics, it's as simple as don't start off by thinking of a 160-page comic. Never going to get written. Start off with 3 panels, beginning, middle and end. Then have 6 panels, then have a page, then have 2 pages, then have 3. That's how we did it. We learn little by little, and eventually you can get bigger things done. But finishing is the greatest tip I could ever give, because nothing feels as good as getting something finished.
Okay, my last top tip is to remember that if you're making comics or you're creating stories or you're drawing art and you're focusing on that goal and that's what you want to do, but it's a bit difficult and it doesn't seem like there's necessarily a job there at that point, remember, those skills you develop are applicable all across all sorts of things. Art, writing is in absolutely everything you see. We live in a completely visual world, and writing and art are an absolute core part of that. So don't think that just because you focused on making comics and drawing and writing, that if you don't make it doing that straight away, you can never live off it. Those skills can be used in other things, and the things you learn by using them in other disciplines then comes back and enriches your storytelling and your creativity. So don't be afraid to use those skills in other things and to help that kind of make your storytelling and your writing better and support it.
4 top tips.
Yeah.
Good, beautifully done. Well done.
Now get making.